Collective, come on in here. Let me see what you got going. Well, I wanted to see what you had going on. Fluid. May you shift and transform. Go with the flow, collective. Go with the flow. Now is not the time to be rigid. It's not the time. It's not going to work out for you. You're going to have to go with the flow. You're going to have to go how the divine is showing you certain things. You're going to have to, you can't be rigid in your beliefs. You can't be rigid in your actions, in your thinking at this point. You have to be fluid. You gotta. You can't even be rigid with your plan. You're going to have to leave room for fluidity. You're going to have to leave room for adaptations. You don't have a choice, beloved. You don't. May you shift and transform. Anything else? Enough. May you be exactly as you are. Some people are going to have to be fluid with you as well. You're in a different mindset, a different level. You're evolving. You're going through a transformation. And certain people have to adapt to you as well. I have nothing but love decks out here. This ain't gonna work. Be fluid too, because a lot of your life is changing, is shifting in many different ways. Neither good or bad. Even if something bad happens, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for you. What I mean by that is like losing your job. Yeah, it's bad, but then all of a sudden someone else like says, hey, so-and-so is hiring over here. Some of us sometimes, and this has happened to me, I've had to be pushed out of a job. I wasn't fired, but they were doing so much bullshit. I couldn't be rigid and saying, no, I'm going to stay here just because I've been there for 5 years. No, it's time to go. The writing is on the wall. So I had to be fluid and adapt. That this is not it. Then I got a new job. That job has been a blessing in more ways than one. Not just, it's the people I've met there. The friends I've met there. They've been very helpful with me and my child. Just being fluid. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yes, I was experiencing bullshit at that job and it was draining me. But I was fluid. I wasn't rigid. I wasn't like, I'm going to fight back. No. I was like, okay, Divine, what you want me to do next? And I did it. And it benefited me gratefully. And if those people didn't act up at the job or that job wasn't as stressful and they weren't doing the most with the least, I would not have moved. Does that make sense? With being fluid. Being fluid with your plans. You planned on buying this house, but something better comes along, or all of a sudden the owners want to back out. All of a sudden they want to upcharge. All of a sudden they don't want to fix certain things. All of a sudden they take an offer for someone else. You have to be fluid with it. You can't be like, no, this is the house I want. No, sometimes certain things happens to make you move towards where you're supposed to be. Does that make sense? Because sometimes when we hold on to, no, it has to be this, it will hurt you far more in the long run. That's happened to me as well. I was determined to have a certain car. That car gave me freaking problems for the 18 months I had it. That was like 8 years ago. That Honda, yes, Honda's a good car, but my experience with Honda was not a good experience. That car was an issue for me for 18 months. A year and a half until I got rid of it. Because I was so focused, like, I'm tired of being in this dealership. I just want a car. I just want to go home. And my first clue was I shouldn't have took that car as the wipers didn't work when I went to, and it was raining that night. And I had to leave the car there, and I was so irritated. And it was like 9:30 at night. I got off work to go there to get the car, and the car was, baby, that should have been my sign to leave that car right where it was. I didn't. And that car gave me some more problems. People have done this with relationships as well. No, it's got to be this guy. It's got to be this girl. Queen of Wands. And be confident that the divine is doing you a favor. The universe is doing you a favor. Be confident that everything's going to work out. However, divine is doing things for you. Ooh. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. Just go with the flow. We got the Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. You're just going to have to go with the flow. You get a little to the bit of information, and the more you go along, the more you'll realize why you had to do what you had to do. You understand what I'm saying? You get it. How many readings have you watched, Tarot? How many readings you seen with the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands? This is the second time this has ever happened to me in the 4 years I've been doing tarot. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, that's a message. There's a message that you need to take some sort of action, some sort of inspiration or something. Something comes in to tell you to move in a certain way. And it will be very small. You better take it and run with it at this point. Sometimes the Knight of Wands don't have enough information. You get a little bit of information and move too quickly. No, not this time around. So a small problem, a small red flag, a small something, you need to sit there, and that is your signal. That is your signal to put your boundaries up. That is your signal to observe more. That's your signal to be fluid. That's your signal. Don't get mad. It's your signal to move differently, to adjust, to be the Queen of Swords. Okay? That's your signal. Because I just gave you a couple examples too. And you're like, why is this happening? Small inconveniences can definitely save your life. Or keep you from going down a path you don't want to go on. Be fluid. For some of y'all, the small inconvenience will make you take a detour. You meet the love of your life, child. You meet your best friend. You meet a stranger that decides to want to help you. You never know. Be fluid. Be fluid. Don't get stuck on a person, place, or thing. Or the whys of the house. That will mess you up too with the Seven of Pentacles. The Moon. You don't see this coming. You don't know why certain things are happening. Just go with the flow. See this Tower? There's divine intervention with the Six of Pentacles as well. Go with the flow. I'm about to end the reading because what else is there to talk about? Go with the flow. Your life will be a whole lot easier if you go with the flow, if you see the writing on the wall. I remember I did a video that says, where there's smoke, there's fire. To go with the flow. It makes life a whole lot easier when you don't resist what is. You adapt and you pivot. Some of y'all is going to be a close family member or something. Don't focus on why they did it. Just focus on the fact that they did it. And you got to move accordingly. Either towards the person or away from the person. Or you... Listen, man, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Are you listening? I'm not here to scare nobody. I'm just be fluid. Something tells you to move, then move. And I don't mean it don't have to be a literal move. It just means move away from this person, move away from this situation. Go, this isn't the house for me. This isn't the car for me. This isn't the person for me. Hey, this friendship, well, yes, we've been friends for 25 years. Now our friendship time is up. You get what I'm saying? You better pay attention. You got some decisions to make. You have more control than you think. That's all I've been saying the whole time. For some of y'all, it will be your intuition. Is the Page of Wands. That is your inspiration. That is your little message. A feeling, a gut. That something is not right. Something is awry. Something is amiss. Some of y'all, you're closer than you think. Be fluid. The mind might... If that all made sense, like the video, if it made sense a little bit or a lot of it, like the video, comment, and subscribe. If you like the way I read, my style, you would like your own personal reading, email me at abundantempresstarot@gmail.com. That was a short one too. Be courageous. It takes courage to adapt and to pivot and listen to your intuition and all of that. And may each breaking wave build your courage, basically. Be fluid, y'all. Till next time. Bye.